May 1st, 2000. Louisiana. The silence of the night is shattered by a scream. It's a sound no parent ever wants to hear. Not a cry of hunger, but a scream of pure, unadulterated terror. Bruce and Andrea Leininger rush into their 2-year-old son's room. They find little James on his back, kicking his legs up at the ceiling, thrashing as if he is trying to kick his way out of a box. He is screaming the same chilling phrase over and over again. "Airplane crash! Plane on fire! Little man can't get out!" This wasn't just a bad dream. It was a scene playing out in a loop, night after night. A 2-year-old boy who had barely learned to speak was describing a horrific death inside a burning cockpit. His parents were terrified. They were a devout Christian couple. They didn't believe in ghosts. They certainly didn't believe in reincarnation. Before the nightmares began, James was a normal child, or so it seemed, except for one obsession: airplanes. While other kids played with trucks or animals, James only wanted planes, but not the cute, cartoonish ones. He stared at the sky with a focus that was unnerving. One day, his mother, Andrea, bought him a toy plane. She pointed to an object on the bottom of the fuselage and said, "Look, James, there's a bomb on the bottom." James, just 2 years old, frowned. He looked at his mother like she had said something ridiculous. He corrected her instantly. "That's not a bomb, Mommy. That's a drop tank." Then, the drawing started. James didn't draw rainbows or houses. He drew battles, violent, chaotic battles of airplanes crashing into the sea. He signed his drawing simply as James 3. When his parents asked why he wrote 3, he said, "Because I'm the third James. I'm James number 3. Bruce Leininger was desperate. He started asking questions. "James," he asked, "what happened to your plane?" James replied, "It got shot by the Japanese." Bruce was stunned. He pressed further. "Where did your plane take off from?" James didn't hesitate. "The Natoma." Bruce thought it was a made-up word. Bruce went to his computer. He typed in Natoma. His blood ran cold. The USS Natoma Bay was a real escort carrier stationed in the Pacific during World War II. But James wasn't done. He offered another name. "Did you have a friend?" Bruce asked. "Yes," James said. "Jack Larson." Now Bruce had 2 names: the ship Natoma Bay and a pilot named Jack Larson. He tracked down the crew list. He was looking for a mistake, but there it was: Jack Larson. He was a pilot on the Natoma Bay, and he was still alive. James had told his father that his plane was a Corsair, but skeptics said Natoma Bay mostly flew Wildcats. Bruce asked the real Jack Larson. Larson replied, "We flew Wildcats, but our squadron tested Corsairs for a brief period, and the only pilot who crashed and died while flying a Corsair was a young man named James Houston Jr. James had told his father that his plane was a Corsair, but skeptics said Natoma Bay mostly flew Wildcats. Bruce asked the real Jack Larson. Larson replied, "We flew Wildcats, but our squadron tested Corsairs for a brief period, and the only pilot who crashed and died while flying a Corsair was a young man named James Houston Jr. James Leininger wasn't just imagining a war. He was remembering his war. The family contacted James Houston's surviving sister, Anne. When they spoke, little James said something that broke her heart. He called her Annie. James Houston was the only person who ever called her Annie. As James grew older, the nightmares began to fade. The Leininger family traveled to Japan, to the spot where James Houston's plane had crashed. James, now a young boy, threw a bouquet of flowers into the water. He whispered, "Goodbye, James." What do you think? Is James Leininger's story the ultimate proof of reincarnation? Or is there another explanation? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to explore more mysteries of the soul, don't forget to subscribe to The Soul's Memory. Until next time, try to remember.